Hey everyone, this is David with SKUtility. Just wanted to give everybody a quick demo of the extension and show everybody how it works. There's been a lot of excitement and a lot of questions about SKUtility, and so I'm just going to show everybody how that works. I just want to remind everybody there's a 7-day free trial, so you can try it out for 7 days and use it and ask any questions that you might have. Well, and then after that, you just continue to use it and make your drop shipping life easier as far as listing goes. So when you first download it, you're going to get this little icon here at the top, and if you just click on the icon, the first thing you're going to see, and I've already logged in, but the first thing you're going to see is a login page. So you use the email that you used when you logged in or when you registered for SKUtility, and then you'll use your license key that you received in your email. You can also get that from the website if you just go to SKUtility.net, click on My Account, and then click on Manage Subscription, and your subscription key will be there at the top for you. So this is what the page looks like. If you go all the way down, here's all the values for inputting, for calculating the formula, and letting you know sort of what your pricing models are going to be. In between each of the, or beside each one of these descriptions is a information button or an information logo that you can mouse over, and it will tell you more information and give you a better description of what each of those items are. That stuff is also the information is in the preferences as well, and so you can just kind of scroll through there and it'll tell you what each value is and what kinds of things that you might want to input into there. So here's the preferences. So if you just click on the little gear at the top there, you can use SKUtility. It integrates fully with SKU Grid. So SKU Grid supports both the selling platform Amazon and eBay, and we support that as well. So and this is US only, so it's Amazon.com and eBay.com. There's depending on demand, we may allow for other venues and other domains going forward, but right now it's just Amazon.com and eBay.com. So I sell on eBay, so I'll select eBay. My SKU Grid remote key, I'll go ahead and input that so that it will write to my SKU Grid database and not to somebody else's, right? So I use lowest fulfilled price for Amazon. I use Walmart only for Walmart. I do include shipping, and I do include the formula. So if you were to use a supplier that does not include shipping, or that you don't want to include shipping in the formula for the repricer, or you have a global formula that you don't want to write a formula at all, then you can uncheck either of these boxes or both of them. If you have an eBay store, excuse me, then you can check this off. I don't have a store, so I'm not going to check it at that time. And then down here you have for minimum profit, sales tax, other fees, and fixed profit, right? So same thing with your Amazon preferences, what you want there. So if I click on save, I get a little option save button over here, and then the next thing to do is to go to Amazon. I'm going to go to Amazon. And then from here, I've got a toaster oven that I sell that I want to use as an example because I've already created a listing for it. So I'll just type in toaster oven and see if I can't find the one that I sell. And I think that's this guy. Yeah, it is. So this is the one that I sell. It's $65.99, and just to show you kind of how the pricing works, if I click on SKUtility here, it automatically pulls in my URL. It's automatically got lowest fulfilled price because that's what I had set in my preferences. I didn't set any sales tax or shipping or other fees because I don't charge those. So what it's telling me now is that my break-even price is $76.06. So in order for me to make just no money and not lose any money, I have to sell it for $76.06, and obviously I want to sell it for more than that. So let's say that I wanted to sell it for like $79. I'm only gonna make like $3 at 5%. So let's say I want to sell it for $89.99. Okay, so that's going to tell me that my profit margin in dollars is $12.09, and my profit margin in percentage is 18.32. So let's see if the formula is accurate. So the way to do that is I'm going to go over to SKU Grid, right? And all I did before is I clicked on my items. I don't have any items currently in here. Click on add single item. It takes me down to the formula spreadsheet or the formula section where I can input the formula, right? So I'm going to click on use wizard. get the error. I got to override, so click the override button and then click use wizard. So then I'm going to put all my information in here. So I'm not asking for any sales tax. My profit margin that SKUtility says I'm going to get is 1832. So I'm going to put that in here, 18.32. I don't have a fixed margin. I don't have a minimum margin. Or actually, I do have the minimum margin of 3. So my PayPal fees is 2.9. My PayPal fees for in dollars is 30 cents. My selling or other fees, eBay charges me 10% for not having a store. Okay, so now what I want to do is just click on, I just want to check it. So I want to click on estimate price, and SKU Grid's asking me for $100, but the price here is $65.99. So this is the price I'm going to enter. Estimate price again. I'm going to enter 65.99 and click OK. And then it tells me that with this formula, that the price that I should sell it for, or that the price that it's going to be with this formula and this profit margin is $89.99. Now, if I go back over here and click on SKUtility, you'll see that I input $89.99 as my desired sale price. Okay, and it automatically told me what my profit margin was. So instead of having to guess what my profit margin is, I just say I want to sell it for this price. And when I sell it for this price, it automatically tells me what my profit margin is. I don't need to worry about, I want to sell it for this price and then guess at a profit margin and then click estimate price and then change this number to something else and then estimate price and then change this number to something else and estimate price until I get the number that I want. I don't have to do that at all. I just put in my number here, and then when I click add item to repricer, it's going to put it over there with the formula and everything, and I'll show you that here actually right now. So what I want to do now is go to my listing, grab my item ID from eBay. Now if you're selling on Amazon, this would be your ASIN number, right? So this will be your Amazon ASIN number if you're selling on Amazon. If you're selling on eBay, then you grab your item ID. So I just copied that, go back here, and then paste it here. Okay, and then just give it a brief check, make sure everything's here. So lowest fulfilled price here, there's my URL. I'm selling on eBay. I'm selling it for $89.99 on a source price of $65.99, and so I want to click add item to repricer, and it said success. And so now I know that it should be added to my item list. So let's go back over to SKU Grid and check it out. So I want to close this out and then just click on my items. And then while this is coming up, I just wanted to let you know that some other features or things that people have asked questions about with SKUtility is that so SKUtility is not a replacement for SKU Grid. It ties into SKU Grid and allows you to add items at a much faster rate than you could by adding items manually. Because when you do a manual item, you have to copy and paste the URL. You have to select whether what kind of option you want, if it's lowest fulfilled, or if it's buy box, whatever those options are. You have to put in your copy and paste your eBay ID, and then you have to figure out what your pricing formula is going to be, or if you're just going to use a global pricing formula, then that's fine too. But you have to do all those things manually. And with SKUtility, hit that one button. You do all the work inside the tool, and then you hit that one button, and it automatically adds that item to your list. So the other thing that other questions that I've had is that again, it's not a replacement for SKU Grid, and once the item is added to SKU Grid, SKUtility doesn't do anything else. It sort of hands it off and turns it over to SKU Grid so that SKU Grid can do all the things that it does well, which is reprice and track and set things out of stock and change your price based on the formula that you set. Now the other thing that I've had some questions about is that whether or not SKUtility stores any information. The only information that SKUtility stores is your remote, your SKU Grid remote key, so that it can access your particular item list. And so when you click on that add item to repricer, that it adds it to your list of items and not somebody else's list of items, right? So it doesn't store any information. There's no history. So when you add an item, there's no history that's stored in SKUtility that you can go back to and say, oh, I've added this item already. It doesn't reprice anything. It doesn't keep track of any kind of inventory. It's just a tool that hands everything off to SKU Grid, and then allows SKU Grid to do what it does. The only thing that again, it hands it off, and then that's all that it does, and it just writes that formula for you and places it into SKU Grid for you. So as you can see, here's all the information. If I click on this link here, it's going to open up a new window, and it's going to take me right to the same toaster oven that we were just playing with here. So now it's an Amazon choice, right? But it wasn't when I was listing it. But it's the same one, right? So if you just go up here and you can look and see that's the ASIN number, and I go here, and then here's the ASIN number here. So you can see it's the same one. So and everything was added successfully. And if I go to edit, then you can see here that the URL has already got the SKU option at the end. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see it's eBay USA, which is where we're selling. It's the item ID. There's the item ID that ends in 9162, and you can see that my item ID ends in 9162. And then you can see that this is the price, or this is the formula that calculates that price. And we already determined that that the price was right by just checking out the wizard. And if you want to do it again, you can just click on Use Wizard, and then you can test that field again. So that's it. I mean, everything's here at the top. We've already edited, just showed you everything, and so that's all that it does. It writes the record to SKU Grid. It allows you to, by only inputting the value for your at your supplier and putting in the value that you want to sell it for, it does the formula for you. No worrying about that, no wizard, no anything. It saves a ton of time, no copying and pasting, so you don't have to copy and paste this, you don't have to select the option. So if you were to do this manually, you'd have to copy and paste this, you'd have to select your option from here, you have to copy and paste this, then you have to go through your wizard and figure out what this formula is going to be, or use your default selling formula. And it takes time, and it may only be 30 seconds or a minute per listing, but you add that stuff up over 100 listings, 200 listings, 500 listings, 1,000 listings, 10,000 listings, and if you're saving a minute per listing, or if it takes you an extra minute or extra minute and a half to do a listing, and you're doing 1,000 listings, that's 1,000 minutes, and that's a ton of time. So anyway, just wanted to give you this quick demo just to show you how things work, and let you see kind of a live version and an example of going through using SKUtility for the tool to add it to SKU Grid, and answer some questions just by showing it that way. So again, I'm David. This is an example of using the SKUtility extension, and I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, then just feel free to comment on the video, or post it in the SKUtility community Facebook group, and then we will we'll answer those questions there. So thanks. Bye.